okay, it's not that I'm against, right? If you're thinking about the pros and cons of a big net, it's not that I'm against nets per se. So just play out the scenarios. Your son or daughter comes home from school, and maybe they spend a few minutes, maybe an hour shooting on goal. You think, okay, an hour shooting on goal, you shoot, right? You take a shot on goal, you gotta retrieve it. Or let's say you got a couple balls, you shoot 5 shots, then you go get them. You come back, you do that again. Let's say you do that for an hour. It takes how many minutes to shoot 5 times? You think 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes and a whole hour. That means two times 5 shots, 2 minutes. I don't know. Maybe you're getting 100 shots. If you buy an SKLZ solo kick trainer, you could get 60 touches in 60 seconds, and you could argue that each time that you strike the kick trainer, that's like a shot. Right? You think about what's a juggle. A juggle is a rhythmic. You could say a juggle is like a rhythmic shot or a rhythmic pass. And with an SKLZ solo kick trainer, it's a ball and a rope, right? It's just a ball and a rope. But the beauty is, it's effortless striking technique development with low margin of, you can't fail with it because it's a ball and a rope. So sometimes when players are learning how to juggle, they're not taught how to juggle. They don't have any. They don't have a good framework for what joyful practice looks like. So some players get super frustrated because it's not obvious how to juggle effectively or how to strike a ball effectively. But with a kick trainer, the ball comes right back around. So even if you mishit the ball, right? Let's say you strike the ball, you mishit it, it comes right back around. You can correct it immediately, and you don't spend any time chasing a ball. So I would argue, if you're looking to improve the joy in your son or daughter's life, a more effective purchase is an SKLZ solo kick trainer, right? Because it's portable. Your son or daughter, they can use it before school. They can use it before games. If you have a goal in the backyard, you can only use it if you're in your own backyard. So if you put in your gym bag, right, the height, the portability, that's the key. It's portability, and it's cheap, and it's lightweight. It's like that trinity: cheap, lightweight, portable. So I'd argue that if you want to help your son or daughter improve their goal scoring, even their striking on net, you got to increase their volume in a relaxed way, right? Increase their training intensity in a relaxed way. And you could make a kick trainer yourself with a size 1 ball and a piece of rope as long as your hip bone to your ankle bone and some duct tape. There's another tool. It's called an RMT rope. I talk about it in almost every single video I make because it's that powerful. And so this is a variation. Right, this is a variation of an RMT rope. It's a rope as long as you are tall. Here, let's go like this. Right, so I've trained with the #1 strength coach in the entire United States. His name is Louis Simmons. He died a few years back. And even to this day, I do close to none of his training because he specialized in training tools that are specific to the gym, right? You kind of need a gym to execute some of his training. This RMT rope is pioneered by someone named David Weck, W-E-C-K, and why the RMT rope is so powerful is because it's lightweight, it's portable, and cheap, right? That's a theme. Lightweight, portable, and cheap. So as you swing the rope in circles, it helps you understand where your body is in time and space. And why that's important for soccer players is the more you have an understanding of where your body is, the more effective you can move it on the field, right? One-legged balance. if you're looking to improve your son's striking ability, his agility, his timing, his rhythm, his coordination, with this simple rope, you can have, it's like I've been calling it, it's like having a gym in your pocket for less than $10. So, and there's nothing to it. Literally, all you do, swing the rope, move, breathe. Right? So look, I'm in an airport, and you're here. Right? Because it helps you understand where your movement is. Right? It controls your weight transfer. So going from one leg, right? They say this kind of Jim Klopman, he says your true balance is when you lift one leg up and then put the other leg down. So understanding where your weight transfer is going to help your son or daughter tremendously on the soccer field, prevent injuries, run faster. He can brake, right? He's going to improve his brakes. So you can go from sprinting to start very rapidly, and this costs less than $10. So where do you start? Most parents make the mistake of buying tools for their son or daughter. They just buy the tools and they give it to them, and they say use it, and they say, and this is their act of caring. It's like, okay, you're a soccer player, I buy you the tool, and then you're supposed to use it, and then I feel good because you're getting better, right? But oftentimes this doesn't work, and the reason it doesn't work is because your son or daughter, they don't have a framework of how to use said tool. So nets, if you buy a net for your son or daughter, that's pretty self-explanatory. But with these tools, right, with this arm T rope and the SKLZ solo kick trainer, what you want to do, ideally, if possible, is use it yourself. If you use it yourself, what you're doing is not only showing your son or daughter that you value it, but you're showing them how to use it. Right? Because if you're having fun using it, it's going to encourage them to use it too. They're going to say, "Oh, mom or dad's using it. It looks like fun. Why don't I try it out?" So, if the only thing you did was go like this, move, breathe, swing, right? Underhand swing. There's no wrong way to do it, right? Big arm circles. Low, you can get low. You can get high up on your toes. One-legged balance. Eyes closed, around the back. Floyd Mayweather, he goes underneath the leg. And there's different patterns you can learn that'll help improve your movement. So the whole point is that with this tool, an arm T rope, SKLZ solo kick trainer, and then I would argue a size 1 ball. Those 3 tools, if you bring them everywhere you go, his trajectory of training, or her training trajectory, will improve so dramatically, because these 3 tools will help you improve the fundamentals of what you need to be more effective at soccer, right? It's your ability to breathe. If you can breathe effectively, if you can move effectively on the field, multi-directional movement and balance, and then the SKLZ trainer is purely striking technique and first touch. With those 3 tools, it'll completely change your life. So, well, let's do it. Let me show you how it looks like. I got 10 minutes on board this plane. Let's do 10 minutes of training. Let's do it. Okay, I've come up with a simple formula, and the formula is breathe. If you can't breathe effectively, it's going to limit your potential as an athlete. So the first thing you want to be aware of is take a deep breath. If your deep breath looks like this, if you're going, right, if you breathe with your upper back and shoulders when you're breathing, then you might want to search Dr. Vranich, how to breathe, right? Dr. Vranich, belly breathing looks like this. And belly breathing might not be the most effective breathing technique on the planet, but it's certainly better than breathing with your upper back and shoulders. When you breathe with your upper back and shoulders, it uses tremendous amount of energy. When you breathe with your belly, not only does it massage your internal organs, it takes pressure off your spinal column, and it uses less energy than breathing with your upper back and shoulders. So this is something that you might want to check out for yourself and for your son or daughter. That's VRANICH. Okay, we have our rope. Well, let's say you don't even have let's say you don't have an RMG rope. Let's have fun with it. Let's say the only thing you have is an iPhone charger cord or some type of cord. If all you're doing is swinging this rope and breathing, right? It's this. How much does this iPhone cord cost? Maybe less than $10, and you're just moving, breathing, swinging for range of motion in the arms. You can get a one-legged balance, eyes closed, under the leg, behind the back. Right, so any object that's around the house, a towel, you could cut a towel in long ways, have an old extension cord, anything you get your hands on that you start swinging, it's going to help you understand where your body is in time and space. I'm changing the grips of my fingers, right? So this is effortless strength through motion. So you're here, breathing. You could get into your skips, right? Skips. Skip to my loose, right? Nice and easy. You're right here. You have all these kids. They're spending time on treadmills, long distance jogs. They're doing bench pressing, trying to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. When if you're right here, right? This is what soccer training looks like, or what it could look like. It's effortless, right? It's an effortless strength through motion. Okay. So then from here. Right, you could go right into juggling, or if you have a kick trainer, right foot, two with the right, two with the left, two with the right, laces, right? Left foot laces, right foot laces, insides, outsides, outside of the feet, toes, shin, right? Just have fun with it, developing an awareness of where the ball is going to go when it leaves your body, right? So that's why the kick trainer is so powerful, because anywhere in the world it's like having a training partner for $25. Okay, so you use a kick trainer, and then you go right into some juggling, right? Some striking technique, and so what a lot of parents don't realize is that they can start to, even with 60 seconds a day, you can improve your own juggling abilities. So you start to begin to raise your own personal training intensity so that you can be your kid's training partner, right? So it's just right there. If you're a parent and you're physically capable, then this is how I would teach you to start juggling. Ball in the hand, boom, here, right? Here. And I don't care if you have a bad ankle, I don't care if you got a bad hip, I don't care if you're overweight. If you spend 60 seconds a day and you get into the habit of juggling, you're gonna create so much joy between you and your kids. So it's here. Right? 1, 1. Thigh catch, thigh catch, thigh catch, thigh catch, thigh catch, thigh catch. Thigh catch, thigh catch, right? Nice and easy, right? And then, right, you want to make a lot of mistakes. You want to be able to make mistakes with your son or daughter in a relaxed way, because that's where the growth is. And then from there, here's a dribbling sequence that I learned 27 years ago. This is called the Tom Turnbull dribbling sequence. It looks like this. You go outside, outside, inside, outside, inside. 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 And the reason why this dribbling sequence is so effective is because It's a rhythmic pattern, right? It helps players not think about dribbling. What it teaches them to do is it's going to teach them how to dance on the soccer field and evade players effortlessly. So one of the keys to this exercise, to this drill, is you have to say it out loud when you're doing it. This is most important. So, and the reason you want to say it out loud as you're doing it is because it helps internalize. It helps you internalize. Right. It helps your nervous system. Learn this pattern of movement more rapidly than if you didn't say it while doing it. So why this is important is because if you can raise your dribbling abilities, if you improve your dribbling abilities, this allows your head to come up. If your head comes up, that means you're going to make better passes. That means you're going to have better shots on goal. Right? So as the eyes come up from dribbling, your awareness goes up tenfold. So this is where these are the places to start. So think about the two paths. One path is you buy your kids a net for your backyard. You get a big backyard. That's okay. That I'm sure they would be grateful and happy to play with it. Or you buy these 3 tools, or start with one of them. Size 1 ball, or an RMT rope, or a kick trainer, and you use them yourself. So that means you're starting to move and exercise. That makes you feel good. Now your kids are seeing you use it. Right? The most important part is not giving it to your kids. You want to use it so that they want to borrow it. If you just give it to them, then there's no they don't know how to value it because they don't know what it looks like to use it. So you can't expect them to use it and to gain utility from it if they have no framework of what joyful practice with these 3 tools looks like. There's the 4th thing I'll leave you with. The question is, if you have an extra garbage can at home, or a bucket, or a pail. My first skills and drills trainer, he taught me something called the barrel game. And the barrel game is juggling with the ball into the barrel with different parts of your body. So from a few steps away, can you juggle into the barrel with your right thigh, with your left thigh, both thighs alternating, right foot, left foot, both feet alternating, with or without a bounce. And then finally, it's any part of your body you want, with or without a bounce. And why this game is so beautiful is because players who are more novice can start close to the barrel, use a bounce with the ball in their hands. Players who are more advanced can start further away from the barrel without a bounce, with different objects in their hands to make it more challenging. So this is a game you can play with your kids, picnics, barbecues, weekends, holidays, anywhere there's any type of vessel, even a bucket, a target just to aim at. It's going to help your kids not only improve their juggling abilities, but their dribbling abilities, and it's going to help them take the ball out of the air and orient themselves, where it's going to help them aim towards whatever target that they choose. So this is something that costs you $0 because the chances that you already have a garbage can at home that's not really being used, or a laundry bin, or some type of basket or bucket, even a flower pot. So whichever one of these tools or games resonates with you, I would say test it out, because just because I believe it doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. You got to see, right, whatever resonated with you out of all the suggestions, start with that one first, test it out, and then if that's effective, then maybe test out the others. So reach out with any questions, 508-505-1182. All right, thank you.